All right, y'all. You already know I'm back in it again with another reaction. Today I got my boy Tom MacDonald. Um, if y'all know Tom, y'all know he's kind of like he different. He not like these other rappers. He gonna rap about stuff that's happening in reality, real life, like politics, stuff like that we not even aware about because we so just locked into like social media and the industry, entertainment industry and shit like that. But Tom really brings the reality to the forefront, and he's gonna talk about what everybody else is scared to talk about. He's gonna bring up topics like all kinds of shit. Probably gonna piss some people off and shit. So today we got You Missed, or hold on, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, You Missed. And if you don't know, last night on the news, it was announced Trump had got shot standing on this podium while giving a speech. It missed him a little bit. It grazed him. They made the freaking miss. At the end of this video, I am gonna give my opinions on it and what the freak I think happened. So if you wanna, stick around and stay for that, you ain't got to, but I'm definitely gonna do that because I feel like I have a pretty unique opinion on it. But I be trying to stay in tune and maybe I do know what I'm talking about, maybe not. But either way, we gonna get right into it. The events that took place yesterday are a horrifying example of political extremism in America. Facts. During a rally, shots were fired in an attempt on Donald Trump's life. They missed. Period.
They burning the country down with their progressiveness. It started with changing what gender is, then graduated to your racist if you think that your life matters and your skin don't have melanin. They don't want peace, they want skeletons. They want men to pretend that they're feminine. They don't want an election, they got so offended by freedom that they just try killing the president. I used to think
yeah, like I said, man, Tom, he ain't gonna hold back. He gonna give you exactly what he thinks. And I feel like there's a big silent majority of us that agree with Tom, even though we aren't open about it or as like, pushy about it. But somebody has to do it. Somebody has to lead the silent majority and has to be the voice for the silent majority. And that's just Tom. I feel like one of them people is Tom. I can't lie. He's done a great job at, I feel like, giving us, put a magnifying glass on like stuff we should actually be paying attention to. Stuff we should actually be worrying about on the day-to-day basis. It's just waking up a lot of people. For real. He said some shit in that. He said some shit. Changing pronouns. We got males trying to be females. We got, you know what I'm saying? You got political extremists. They don't even want us to be able to vote anymore. It's crazy. They really hating on us. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I feel like a lot of the shit he spoke on is really fucked up. I can't lie.
they burning the country down with their progressiveness. It started with changing what gender is.
See, burning the country down, that's like all these protests. And I remember it was some years back. It's been a minute now, but they were literally tearing down like statues in our history and shit. Just because they didn't like it. They didn't like the history. It's like, what? It doesn't make any sense. Like, of course you're not gonna like everything that happened in the past, but that does not give you a right or even a good reason to mess it up or try to erase it. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be erased. It should be left there to remember it and to learn from it. But yeah, I mean, a lot of it is twisted and backwards. Like, I get it, but a lot of these antics and shit, like, people are just letting their emotions get the best of them, and they're just making it worse for everybody else.
Graduated to your racist if you think that your life matters and your skin don't have melanin. They don't want peace, they want skeletons. They want men to pretend that they're feminine. They don't want an election, they got so offended by freedom that they just try killing the president. I used to think that the woke were misguided, but now I can see that they're evil. Twitter is angry that Trump isn't dead. You know who got shot? Innocent people. Thought y'all were tolerant, thought we were equals. I thought you valued how everyone feels, then why are y'all celebrating?
And guys, I didn't know that. I didn't know that last night when I had first heard about it. Like, it was quick. We heard about it quick. The whole world, like, it was on the internet pretty quickly, on the news pretty quickly. But I did not know other people had got hurt and actually lost their lives. That is some very cowardly, evil stuff, and I hope I hope justice is served. That's for damn sure.
An attempted assassination like you're part of Antifa. Thank God the left can't aim. Thank God the right don't riot. Welcome to the home of the brave. Freedom ain't afraid of violence.
Oh my gosh, she just said something right there. Thankfully the left can't aim, and thankfully the right don't riot. Ow. Dang. He's spitting right there. Because if it, like, the way I look at it, I don't do politics, or at least not that type. Like, I don't put labels on stuff. I believe what I believe. I have certain values and core, like, beliefs and shit. But I don't throw it to one party or the other. Like, I'm not picking a side. I don't care about that shit. I think that's all made up and used to divide us. So I don't care about it. But the right is usually the aggressive, more conservative, like, give us our guns and give us our freedom or we'll take it. And then you got the liberal side, the blue side. They won't come 10 feet within, the range of a gun. It's like, so if you give a left a gun, they're not going to know what to do with it. And then if the right was to ever riot, it'd be like, y'all thought the BLM riots were bad. Like, the right, I feel like, is the same side that said a fuck no to the T-tax back in the day. So it's like, that shit ain't gonna slide. But like I said, I feel like that is the silent majority. I feel like the majority of America is more conservative, more for our freedoms and our rights, more than giving the government that right and that freedom. Like,
Violence. You wish you was dying, bitch, you missed.
that's tough.
Thank God the left can't aim. Why can't we just shoot straight? Y'all are going insane, bitch, you missed. There's no one else you can blame. Tried to lock him up in a cage. Now you trying to kill what you hate, bitch, you missed. Told us
Trying to kill what you hate. And that's what it is. And it's like, it's fear. It's fear. It ain't even hate. I feel like it's just tough. Like, how you miss, first of all? That, like, but I'm gonna talk about that at the end. I have a different theory. I feel like he might not have missed. He made his target.
trust the science, but it never made sense to me. Why would we put all our trust in the enemy? Millions of
Exactly.
people are hooked on amphetamines. They're making billions on untested remedies. Borders are open to people with felonies. Fighting can't stop them. You don't have the energy. Y'all want to
Yep.
kill the man trying to fight for a better tomorrow by making him Kennedy? I tried to give y'all a chance.
JFK, another one of them real ass niggas, a fucking gangster. Regardless of what he did, type of person he was, I know as the president, I would elect him again in a heartbeat. We needed a man like that to run this country. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of his personal life, his personality, that ain't none of my business. As long as he can do his job correctly to where he's not putting my family, my community, my whole country at risk, he's moving the right way, then I don't care what he doing behind the scenes. Just handle your business.
Like, maybe the left isn't nuts. I was wrong, because y'all are exactly as crazy as every conservative person I know said you were all along. Wanna protest, go hard. Wanna burn flags, go off. But y'all are so
That's
triggered
crazy.
that you're pulling triggers at presidents. Y'all the terrorists when you're armed. Thank God
Exactly.
the left can't aim. Thank God the right
Right.
don't riot. Welcome to the
Like, the liberal side, like, they always want to talk about being attacked, being triggered, and being, afraid and being victimized. But it's past couple years, all I've heard is, people who have conservative point of views, or, like, they're red. All I've heard about is the blue and liberal side attacking them in some form or fashion. But but those are the same ones saying they're being victimized or being, abused and used and treated badly. I just don't get that. It never made sense to me. Like I said, I'm not into it. I've never been, like, real deep into the shit, but just from looking from a bird's eye view, from an outside point of view, it's backwards. It's flipped.
Y'all the terrorists when you're armed. Thank God the left can't aim. Thank God the right don't riot. Welcome to the home of the brave. Freedom ain't afraid of violence. You wish you was dying, bitch, you missed. Thank God the left can't aim. Why can't we just shoot straight? Y'all are going insane, bitch, you missed. There's no one else you can blame. Tried to lock him up in a cage. Now you trying to kill what you hate. Bitch, you missed.
Gangster, bro. Straight gangster. Straight gangster. I love this. I love this. We needed this. Especially Tom. Tom's the perfect one to do it. I feel like this should be finally something mainstream that, is probably sending off alarm bells and setting, certain things in motion for maybe the country to wake up and actually, realize some shit that's going on around them. Me personally, I think they aimed for his ear. I think it was a warning shot of some sort. I don't understand how you kill people and then injure some, but then completely miss your main target. No random people are buying sniper rifles and setting up a perfect vantage point to snipe somebody from, what was it, 150 yards? Like, that's just not happening. And then the Secret Service, like, it just didn't make sense to me the way they had, like, portrayed it and how bits of information were being added on and all that stuff. Like, I get it. It was early in the day, early in the incident, but it's not making a lot of sense to me. And it's like, every time something like this happens, something like gun violence, they want to push some type of agenda and not actually talk about the victims or talk about, mourning and being sympathetic and empathetic to, like, all of our countrymen, like everybody in the country, for real. I feel like we were all hurt, surprised, and just disappointed when we saw that news, no matter what side you were on. It's like, we've really hit a low point. We've really hit a low point. Last time this happened, it was really sad. It was terrible, and I'm just glad Trump is still alive. He did not lose his life, but some people did, and this is something we never gonna forget. This is gonna definitely be something we're gonna look at for years to come when it comes to presidencies and elections and rallies and, like, all of it. It's just crazy to think about. Like, we're living in a history book, for real. Like, since 2020, like 2016 to now, it's like nothing but, action-packed history for our kids, grandkids, and beyond. But I think it's a bigger picture. There's always a bigger picture, and it's never what it seems to be. Especially if it's mainstream media covering it, it's never what it seems to be. And I know that for a fact. I could almost damn near promise you 100% there's more to the story that they're not telling us, and there never will. We might never know what, what was really behind it and what really caused it and how it happened and everything, but it just really didn't add up to me. It didn't seem very put together. Like, how you shoot the nigga, your target, in the ear. It's like, what was it, 2 inches? And it would have been his forehead? I don't like the wind. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know, but I am glad that he made it. And Tom, you did a good job with this one, my boy. And I know there's people on both sides that love you, for real. There's not a doubt in my mind. Like, you're not just for, one group of people. You are for everybody. Everybody who wants freedom, everybody who wants to be accepted and, unified as one. You're definitely the guy to listen to and come to. Like, you're going to give it to it straight and honest. Whether it hurts our feelings or not, I always respected you for that. I always loved you for that. You and your music. I think you're probably one of the most influential independent artists of this time. So keep doing your thing. Love you for real. And yeah, I hope y'all will tune in and subscribe for more. I appreciate y'all love and support. And I hope to see you on the next one.